but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Avdia out there with Ayton. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. Buries the long-range jumper.
And one of Sharpe's signature moves, the tight handles allow him to create space with ease.
Garland the pass to Strus. And stolen by Sharpe. The kick out to Simons. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Simons with the defensive effort. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. No good on the 3. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Pass to Simons. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excel?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses. Allen is a mobile 7-footer, rim protector. He's pretty solid offensively, so he provides the kind of stability you want at that position nowadays.
Now, here's Garland. Fires for 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Garland striking back at the arc, putting his competitiveness on display.
Simons, the pass to Sharpe. For 3. They get the rebound. Jacks up a 3. Goes up again. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Pass to Sharpe. Evan Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trailing. Mitchell left side. Good on the 3-point shot.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Ayton with it. Back to Simons. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here's Sharpe. He's got 8, just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mitchell kicks to Garland. Back to Mitchell. Outside Garland. Allen inside the 3-point line. Avdia with the rebound.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now, here's Sharpe. Back to Avdia. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Mobley with the block. And they get it back.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Simons wide open. He'll fight. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You know, Simons loves to take threes. He's dependable from there.
Allen, a screen on Sharp. Here's Mitchell. And it's Portland with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Sharp.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay,
And so it's Shaedon Sharp making highlights for the Trailblazers. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Okoro out there with Hunter. Then there's Javonte Green. Then it's Evan Mobley. And it's Jerome in at the 1. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And that one's good. Thibault.
Already a gifted passer. Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
And Mobley throws it down.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Pass to Grant. Fires away from way outside. Jerome with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 6. On the wing, Green. Misses the 3. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And it's Williams throwing it down.
He's so explosive around the basket. Williams, when the pass is on target, expect him to finish with the rim wrap.
And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brent, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more, become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Here's Williams. Pass to Thibault. A 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Jerome passes to Hunter. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Looking for some friendly competition as Hunter responds with a three-pointer of his own.
Henderson kicks to Thibault. Grant outside. Here's the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Hunter, the pass to Mobley. Mobley sets the pick for Hunter. Beyond the arc. And Klingon pulls it down.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
Here's Okoro. Traps in the tray. Okoro's got 6 points. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Hunter, no one around him. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Hunter finds Mobley. Back to Hunter. They kick it out to Green. Shoots the three. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. Grant for three. Pass to Thibault. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Grant. Out to Henderson. Second chance shot. That's good from Williams. The assist by Henderson. He's got 6.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now Green, and stolen by Thibault. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Henderson. Shoots over a Okoro, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Avdia and Vernie Simons out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Sharpe missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Allen dishes to Garland. Releases. Connects. The jumper drops. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Sharpe against Mitchell. Sharpe, that's good. Sharpe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's a spot where if Sharpe can remain consistent, he can add another level of scoring in this game.
Kept alive. A kick out to Mobley. Garland, that's for 2. And Cleveland again with the bucket. Trailblazers leading by 5. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Back to Sharpe. Outside, Avdia. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Grant with Avdia. There's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Portland's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Simons, the pass to Sharpe, lets it fly from 18. Portland, no good that time either.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Scooped up. Kicks it out to Garland. Shoots over Simon. Another miss by Garland. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Going inside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. Cavaliers making a switch here. Hunter's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Grant's checked in. Pass to Sharpe. Outside, Avdia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Grant kicks to Avdia. A shot by Sharpe. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Strus with it for the lead. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside, Avdia. Back to Simons. Kicks it out to Grant. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. The lead is 2. Takes a 3. Good D by Mitchell. The Cavaliers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Simons, the pass to Ayton. 56 seconds left to play in the third. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
The wide open shot from Strus. Bangs home the trifecta. Strus has got the lead up to 1 now for the Cavs. Grant, that's good.
Grant coming right back with 3 of his own.
Let's go. And it's Strus missing. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Well, Cleveland shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Outside, Simon. It's stolen by Allen. The deep 3 from Mitchell. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. DeAndre Hunter out there with Isaac Okoro. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Garland. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Outside Garland. Hunter kicks to Okoro. Jerome passes to Garland. Hunter with a screen on Henderson. Garland, no good. Portland leading. Pass to Henderson. Portland moving the ball around. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. It's Henderson on the wing. And Henderson throws it down hard.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter.
I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Evan Mobley's checked in for Okoro. Henderson passes to Sharp. Here's Avdia. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Takes the 3. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Hunter, a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Klingen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Sharp. They get the rebound. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. In the corner, it's Hunter. And stolen by Sharp. Ball's knocked loose. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Hits it from three-point range. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
And here's Garland for 3. This scores a sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Garland stopping on a dime and delivering that time on the pull-up.
Here's Kamare, covered by Hunter. Pass to Kamare. Down low. Here's Klingon. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul. Max Strus is checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Portland also making some changes. Ayton comes in for Klingon. And it's Simons in for Scoot Henderson. The shot's good from Simons.
Not just a heat check. How about a range check for Simons? He nails it.
And Cleveland with another turnover here. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Fast break, here they come. A wide open look here for Garland. Hands it from downtown. Garland's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Garland stepping up to knock one down.
Garland against Simon. Pass to Sharp. Clock at 6. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And stolen by Sharp. Here's Ayton. It's good.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Simon's on the wing. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
I always wonder about those bigger guys, how much easier a read is like that, and Allen finds the open guy set up to shoot it.
Ayton inside. Defended by Strus. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Kamare. Back to Ayton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Violation. Cleveland ball.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
And so it's Portland winning this one.
Sixers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Now here's Garland. He's off on that one. And George with some nice D. Here's Grimes. And it's off from three-point range. To the paint. It's stolen by Oubre. Outside Maxey. Beyond the arc. Cavaliers with a rebound. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer, Allen Iverson, back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable. Right there you see Allen going at the defense when he saw the opportunity. Dangerous player because of that.
The three, George, count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Mobley. Allen outside. He shoots a 3. The rebound by Embiid. For Philadelphia, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. For 3, Maxey. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Allen drives. Mobley outside. Fires from deep. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. And here are the 76ers. Trailing by 2. Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. Nice move. No good, off the front rim.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Gets the 3 to fall. Mitchell's got 6 points.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Hunter's checked in for the Cavs. Okoro comes in for Strus.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
Now here's Maxey. Oubre, a screen on Garland. For 3, Maxey. The Sixers with another miss.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Oubre against Hunter. Maxey surveys. There's the 3. Buries it from 3.
Big time answer by Maxey. Boy, was he dialed in there.
The Cavaliers lead by 3. Oubre with a steal. Here's Yabusele. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Allen. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Okoro on the wing. From deep, Mitchell. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. George outside. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the 76ers another 3.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
Oubre passes to George. To the middle. Outside Maxey from the arc. The rebound by Allen. Maxi's gone 1 for 6 shooting from the field. Mitchell with the ball. Guarded now by George. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. Oh, he's clobbered, and he'll get 3 shots at the line. It's going to go on Paul George. It's his first trip to the line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And he makes all 3.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Bona. Hunter covering. Here's McCain. Misses the 3. Okoro outside. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Cavaliers on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
They've got Ty Jerome. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Evan Mobley. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Green in a 2-guard. That's the group for Cleveland, getting going in the second. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Here's McCain, still without a bucket. And here's Butler outside, rebounded by Green. For Cleveland, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Strus the pass to Green. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Hunter can't get it to go.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Edwards. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Garland's checked in. George against Strus. George passes to Embiid. Shoots over Mobley. Embiid, good. And the 76ers lead by 3.
What a soft touch from the big man. Embiid's jumper is ATM when he's in rhythm.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Yabusele. Off target from outside. Cleveland has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Garland. And rejected. And they'll keep possession. Strus with the bucket. And it's Butler with the ball for Philadelphia. George for 3. Jerome grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And here's Strus outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. George outside, puts up a 3. On target from range. George has got 11. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, BA. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you. The physicality of Embiid, unmatched really, yet he's so much fun to watch because he's agile, has skill and touch. Man, is he a joy to watch work.
Tyrese Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Mitchell. The shot off that time. The Sixers lead by 4. Pass to Maxey. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Cleveland again missing. The 76ers have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
The 76ers making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. Here's Hunter. And he drops it in from the low post. 5 points in the game.
They found strong offensive footing in the open court.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
Now here's Hunter. 5 points in the game. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. He's got free throw attempts 4 and 5 here. And he drops it first. And both free throws good for Hunter. There's 53 seconds left to play in the half. Here's McCain. Yet to see a basket. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. The three from Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell with a triple.
Defensively, you know Mitchell wants to get to the rim. You play it that way, then he pulls the string on you.
And Oubre gets it to go.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And he gets it to go. Mitchell's got 11 points. The Sixers trailing. Maxey passes to Grimes. Takes the three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Outside Mitchell. The three is up. And he can't get that one. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Philadelphia on top, leading by a point. All right, now let's check in with Allie as always. Thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Paul George has been sensational.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. We've got George. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And Oubre gets it to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. On the wing, Mitchell. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. The Sixers leading. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Pass to Mitchell from outside the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Fires the three. Mitchell grabs a miss. The Cavaliers trail by 4. For 3, Allen. Paul George pulls down the board. The 76ers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
The three from Mitchell. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Maxey. 2 minutes it's gone in this third quarter now. And another miss by Philadelphia. The Cavs have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Mitchell against Maxey. Garland for 3. Paul George pulls it in. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer Embiid. The rebound by Allen. Cleveland has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So, at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
Philadelphia leading by 4. For 3, Maxey. Counted from distance. Maxey's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Stolen by Strus. To stop the drought. And they get it back. Mobley outside. Allen inside. Maxey covering. Second chance effort. That one rolls around and rims out. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. A minute 4 left in the third quarter. Oubre on the wing. Covered by Mobley. Clock at 4. Here's Embiid. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. From deep, Mitchell. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now. Grimes, the pass to Embiid. Fires for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Allen can't get it to go. Now Philadelphia with it. Right now on a 9-0 run. Pass to Grimes. And here's Oubre. From downtown. Knocks down the long J. He's got 9.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by a healthy 8 points. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. We've got Mobley. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Okoro. Then it's Javonte Green, and it's Jerome in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And here's Hunter from the arc. And McCain pulls it down. Philadelphia leading by 8. Butler surveying the floor. Spins. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Okoro outside. The 3. Drains the triple. Okoro's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Drummond for 3. Philadelphia with another miss. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And here's Green from the arc. And Cleveland another 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. The shot by Drummond, no good. Cleveland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. And it's Green missing. Philadelphia's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Yabusele hooked that.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
For 3. Edwards pulls it in. The Sixers lead by 5. Outside Butler fires the 3. The shot by Drummond, no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And here's Green from the arc. Edwards pulls it in. Philadelphia shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. A deep 3. No good that time. The Cavaliers have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. 3-pointer is kept alive. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
One of the key components of Drummond's game. He's an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Now Philadelphia with it. They lead by 7. 3-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The 3 is up. Here's Yabusele. Hunter covering. And here's Butler outside. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Inside. Mobley with it. And Drummond picks him up defensively. And Mobley throws it down.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Right side Edwards. That 3's off the mark. The Cavaliers have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. And here's Hunter from the arc. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. 4-3. The shot by Butler, no good.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And now the Cavaliers on the break. And here's Hunter from the arc. The rebound by Yabusele. Now Philadelphia with it. 2-point game. Here's McCain. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
And here's Hunter from the arc. He connects. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Drummond for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
So it's Philadelphia now. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here. Stepping up to secure the board, he just wanted it more.
Edwards for 3. Here's the 3. Oh, gets the 3 to fall. Outside Hunter. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Where was the perimeter D on that one? You have to guard against all possibilities.
So a close game sees Philadelphia taking... All right, Allie, thank you.
down to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Oubre out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Here's Ayton. Offensive rebound. Pass to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Chauncey Billups and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and their biggest concern, of course, is figuring out a way to guard Joel Embiid. Coach said Embiid presents all types of issues. He can post you up, knock down the 3. We'll have to send multiple bodies at Embiid to keep him in check. We'll see how they try to defend him. It won't be straight up. Guys?
Thanks, David. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Simons, the pass to Ayton. A fadeaway. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Smooth shooting from the mid-range. Ayton knows when to look to score from there.
Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Connects from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Kamare.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
Here's Ayton. Over Oubre. And it's Ayton missing. Philadelphia has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Embiid. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
The footwork, the patience, watching Embiid go to work inside is just a treat.
Shoots, and that one's good, Ayton.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
George passes to Maxey. From downtown. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The 76ers leading by 4. Three-pointer. A shot that time, not on target.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Williams. Portland no good that time either. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Yabusele.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooting.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Thibault the bounce pass. Klingon with it. Working on Drummond. A nice shot by Klingon.
And this is where Klingon looks to score. The closer he is to the rim, the more aggressive he becomes.
No good from Yabusele. And here's Anderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. The kick out to Williams. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. Can't tie it up as that one misses. From the top of the key. No good from Yabusele.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Philadelphia's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Here's McCain. Offensive rebound. Pass to Edwards from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3 points.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time three.
Grant for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we reached the end of the first quarter. 70. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia out there with Ayton. And it's Grant in at the small forward position. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. Here's Bona. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Portland trailing here. Grant surveying the D. Pass to Ayton. It's good. This game is all even. Ayton's got 6.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Oubre, a screen on Sharp. Here's Bona. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
You have to know your positioning and where the opposition is on the floor.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Kamar is checked in. And it's Simons in for Henderson. Quentin Grimes is checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
And it's Bona missing. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And Ayton throws it down.
I like how Ayton makes himself a big target on these alley-oops. Just a quality finish.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simons. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Here's Grimes, defended by Sharp. Grimes with the bucket. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Simons. Rebound by the 76ers.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Shot by Grimes. No good. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Avdia, a screen on George. Pass to Kamare. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Sharp. No good from outside. 76ers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Oubre can't get it to go. Trailblazers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Swinging, he's checked in for 8. Robert Williams comes in for Avdia. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Sharp. Three-pointer, Simon. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Simons has got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. Embiid with the screen on Simon. Butler from outside. The 76ers again can't hit it. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-5 run. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. Trains the three-pointer. Simons has got 8 here in the quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a play.
Shots good by Butler.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Kamare. Embiid with the steal. Lobbed up there for Edwards. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Poked away. It's stolen by Edwards. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Blazers ball. Substitution on the court.
And so here's Portland. Outside Williams to the inside. And it's sent back by Drummond. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers out in front. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got Maxey. George is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. 5 on the clock. Back to Simons from deep three-point territory. Doesn't go that time. 76ers trailing. From deep, George. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for Philadelphia. Avdia against Oubre. Avdia, a screen on Maxey. Back to Avdia. Oubre with the steal. And here's the fast break. George, no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Sharp. Oubre pulls it in.
Whew. You try to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least, about a week.
Here's Embiid. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. The shot's good from Simon. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Pass to Sharp. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Launches a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 4-point 76ers lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Ayton. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Philadelphia leading by 4. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
It's George on the wing. He's covered by Grant. Here's Bona. Tries again. It's deflected.
And at 7'2", Clingan is a huge shot blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alder. David.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. Love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Now, Clingan. Back to Henderson. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. A different look now for Portland. Williams comes in for Avdia. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Sharp. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Williams, and there it is for him.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Here's McCain, defended by Thybulle. Goes up from the top of the key, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Here's Henderson. Scoreless thus far. Outside Butler. Off target from three-point range.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Clingan. And the basket is good.
Well, Clingan isn't just tall. He's also got some meat on him. That comes in handy against the physical defense.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Butler kicks to Drummond. Lets the three fly. He doesn't hit that one. Trailblazers trail by 3. Henderson outside. Pass to Thybulle. And it's Grant in the corner. Williams a screen. Floats it up for Williams. His shot misses. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia out there with Grant. And it's Clingan in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Philadelphia ball. Substitution on the court.
It's 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. And they double up Embiid. From 13, Portland grabs the miss. Avdia's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Launches it. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And Portland making a change here. Simons is checked in. Trailblazers trail by 6. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. Here's Sharp. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Kamare misses. Philadelphia leading by 6. Fires from way outside. The shot, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he can close the gap completely if he can keep those 3s coming.
Here's Avdia. Pass to Kamare. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Simons against Maxey. The 3 ball sinks the triple. Maxey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Watch out when Maxey finds his groove like this. He'll just keep coming at you and at you.
And it's Ayton missing.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
2 minutes.
Back to George.
2 minutes.
Fader on the way. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Simons finds Sharp. Portland moving the ball around. There's the triple. Drills the 3-pointer.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment.
And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That's his first foul. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Sharp. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to Kamare. Back to Simons. Here's Avdia. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The 76ers leading by 6. They grab their own miss. For 3, Oubre. Shot clock at 6. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by Kamare.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Ayton. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
This is why they give Ayton the ball in these spots. They trust him and his ability to deliver.
Embiid inside. He's covered by Ayton.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Henderson for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And that one's good, George.
How about the quickness there from George? Pulling up before the defense can get set. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
So the 76ers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
run their offense through their bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Strus in at the 3. Ayton passes to Simons. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups, and I wanted to know, how do you slow a guy down like Jarrett Allen? Coach said we have to hassle him as much as possible on both ends of the floor. We really want to limit him, not just his points, but more importantly, his rebounds. So keeping Allen off the glass is a primary focus.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Hey, from beyond the arc. The rebound by Allen. And here comes Cleveland. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Simons passes to Sharp. The three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. To the inside. Allen finds Strus. Right side, Garland. Pass to Mobley, and it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Garland for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Well, nice rise and fire from range by Darius Garland. The three-point shot so highly valued.
Simons passes to Sharp. Ayton with it. Pass to Avdia. Launches a 3. The rebound by Allen. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Mobley laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, we call that a high percentage shot for Mr. Evan Mobley. He gets after it in there.
Here's Kamari with the floater. Mobley grabs the board. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Blazers trail by 6. Avdia passes to Ayton. No good again that time. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. And it's Garland on the drive. Count it. Garland's got 5 points.
Well, this is a combination of speed and quickness. Darius Garland knows how to drive the basketball.
Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity.
Strus the pass to Mitchell. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Pass to Ayton. And the 18-footer right on the mark. He's got 5.
This guy's so effective. DeAndre Ayton will take the mid-range if you concede it.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. Left side, Strus. Now Mitchell. Back to Mobley. To the middle. No luck on that one. Blazers trail by 4. From deep, Sharp finds Ayton. Oh, from deep. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. The drive by Garland. Pass to Mitchell. From deep, Mobley. Sharp grabs the miss. Portland has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Simon's shot is good.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
The Cavaliers have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Mobley, a screen on Simons. Garland for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
What a performance for Darius Garland. He has been the story for the Cavaliers. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Cavs' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
Jeremy Grant out there with Williams. Then it's Henderson. Then there's Klingon. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. They set the screen. Pass to Green. Back to Hunter. And play stops as it looks like an over-the-back call here.
Did he think he could get away with that? It was a pretty obvious call.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Shot clock at 6. The kick to Hunter. The fadeaway. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Well, Okoro is a team-first guy that wants to involve his teammates. Pretty pass there.
Pass to Klingon. It's stolen by Hunter. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Finished off the break. Hunter's gotten 4 this quarter.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
The 3 from Okoro. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Cavaliers lead by 6. Okoro on the wing. The 3 ball. Nails it from 3. Okoro's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Pure from 3-point range.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Takes a 3. The kick to Hunter. Lets the 3 fly. Fires in the triple. Hunter's got 7 points in the game.
Wow, you have to love the decision-making of the big man. Mr. Mobley, what a pass.
Shots good by Henderson. And every team is looking for length on their roster.
Yeah, the reason, BA, is because of the quality and skill of shooting. Guys are coming across half court, and they can shoot the basketball at 35 feet. The reason you need length is there's more area to cover. Increasingly, Brian, it's getting harder and harder to play as an undersized guard in this league.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Sharp, he's checked in for Portland. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. Pass to Jerome. Okoro with the ball. Jacks up a 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
For the Trailblazers, DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Williams. Avdia comes in for Grant, and it's Kamara in for Thibault. For 3, Allen. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
BA, this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can absolutely step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender.
Hunter, screen on Sharp. Mitchell, the pass to Strus. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Donovan Mitchell showing off that great vision.
Avdia against Hunter. Back to Sharp. Pass to Aiden. Plenty of space. And the jumper falls for him. Aiden's got 9.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
Oh, Mitchell taking no chances.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Sharp, no good. Cleveland leading by 10. From deep, Mitchell. Portland with a rebound. Aiden's got 5 rebounds in the game. Keeps it alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. 24 seconds left in the second quarter.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Garland against Henderson. Garland with the ball. Back to Mitchell. The 3. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. Great performance by DeAndre Ayton.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. The Cavaliers lead by 11. And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
Here's Kamari. Connects from downtown. Kamari's got his first 3 points of the game.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Mobley, left side. On the wing, Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Sharp. Sharp against Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Avdia pulls it in. Blazers trail by 8. Three-pointer Sharp. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Garland. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And there's the lob, and it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, that's just tremendous length, exceptional hands, Jared Allen, nice and easy.
Ayton passes to Avdia. No good on the triple. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Out to Garland. Pass to Mitchell. Launches it. Back to Allen. From deep, Mobley. Portland with a rebound. Simons with it. Now guarded by Mobley. Simons passes to Avdia. Back to Simons. Outside Sharp. Again, the miss by Portland. Cleveland leading by 10. And it's Garland on the drive. Mobley passes to Strus. Mobley on a screen. Back to Strus. This one for 3. He buries it from 3. Strus has got 6.
Evan Mobley might be a big man, but boy, how about the touch on that pass right there?
Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris, so agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future.
And Ayton with the stuff.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
Outside Garland. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Let's go with a three. Avdia pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Ayton. It's stolen by Garland. Mobley finds Allen. Stolen by Sharp. On the wing, Simons. It's stolen by Garland. Now here's Strus. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. He's got 9. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Now Sharp. Pass to Ayton. Shoots over Allen. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, you can see, guys, how much confidence DeAndre Ayton plays the game with. This is especially so on the offensive end.
Back to Mitchell. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Kamari. Blazers trail by 6. Now here's Simons. 6 points for him. Pass to Ayton. Shoots over Allen. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the third. Cavaliers ahead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. They've got Williams, Scoot Henderson out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Klingon in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Okuro's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Cleveland leading by 3. Mobley passes to Hunter. Mobley, a screen on Williams. Here's Hunter. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Portland's shooting around 44%. Not bad. Oh, there's the alley. Williams' shot is good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Hunter against Williams. Green for 3. Hits the trifecta. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Drops in the 3.
The response from Scoot in answer 3. What a back and forth. Oh, my.
Unloads. And it's Portland scoring again.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Here's Grant. Here's Williams. Over Hunter. That's tipped. Pass to Mobley. The finish! And Mobley throws it down.
Just great awareness from Evan Mobley. Get out in transition, get in front of everybody.
And he's going for the lob. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Oh, an athletic alley-oop play by Grant. Lifting off to snatch the pass out of the air and dunk it home.
Mobley on a screen. The three from Okoro. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Key points from Henderson. Stepping up. Scoop, young man, scoop.
The three from Okoro. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Henderson for 3. He drops it from range. Henderson's got 10 points in just the second half.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And some changes here for Portland. To the obvious, checked in for Williams. Sharp comes in for Thibault. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Henderson. Garland against Simons. And here they come. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you need one bad, go to a high-percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
Outside Sharp. Pass to Graham. No good on the 3. Cleveland has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. To the paint. Outside for Mitchell. The 3 is up. 3 ball! Donovan Mitchell.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
It's Abdia on the wing. The 3. Portland, no good that time either.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Mitchell misses. Blazers trail by 5. Fires the 3. And another shot. Yes! What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
And they trust him already in his first year, and Klingon didn't disappoint. And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here's Simons outside. Mobley grabs the board. And Cleveland has possession. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Klingon's shot is off. Here's Mobley. The kick to Hunter. Back to Mobley. From deep, Mitchell. Portland with a rebound.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
From deep, Mobley. No good there. And so it's the Cavaliers who come out on top. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown.
of attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Strus in at the small forward. There's the three. Shot by Grimes. No good. Pass to Allen. Cleveland moving it around. Mitchell finds Mobley.
76ers foul. Cleveland Grimes. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Philadelphia. Here's Mobley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. Now, he feels like Darius Garland is the key to that offense. Coach said not many people can stay in front of Garland one-on-one. He's so shifty. So the rotations defensively have to be decisive and quick. And at the other end, we want to force him to work defensively. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Mobley with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And here are the Cavaliers. There's Garland. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
From deep. And it's Strus with the rebound. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for Cleveland. Garland with the bucket.
Always good seeing a guard like Garland score inside.
Here's Maxey. Buries it from three-point range. Maxey's got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Mitchell. Driving inside. Mobley kicks to Strus. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Here's Maxey. No good on the triple. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Allen. Shoots over Embiid. Oubre with the steal. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. And the dunk by Embiid.
I tell you, Embiid's teammates absolutely love setting him up. I mean, they know he's going to finish strong every time.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Maxey on the wing. He has 6.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Garland. And here's Strus. The Cavaliers with another miss. George looking over the floor. Good on the triple.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
And here's Garland for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Garland's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Cavs. Here's Grimes, covered by Mitchell. The tray. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Mitchell missing. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Fade away. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's Strus on the wing. Defended by George. For the three. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers shooting 33% here in the first quarter. And here's George. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell wide open. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And will return shortly. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Yabusele out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Count it, good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Okoro passes to Green. Back to Okoro. Shoots. He is looking for Mobley and finds him. 6 to shoot. Okoro shot is off. The 76ers trail. And Drummond gets to Yabusele. Here's McCain. Covered by Okoro. Fires the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
The 76ers shooting 40% from the field. And it's Drummond missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Out to the wing. The three. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Mobley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle. Here's Jerome. It's Drummond with the rebound. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Okoro passes to Jerome. Hunter on the wing. Fades and shoots. And the 3 ball is good. Hunter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Butler is screen on Green. McCain. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Mobley kicks to Hunter. Shoots a fader. Another 3 for Cleveland. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set. And there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And now Philadelphia on the break. No good from Yabusele. Cleveland's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Hunter, the pass to Green. Hunter on the wing. He has 6. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Drummond a screen. Here's McCain. Drummond in the post. Mobley's there. Mobley with the block. For 3, Hunter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The 76ers shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Now here's Edwards. Hasn't made one yet. They get it back. Outside Butler. Puts up a three. Drills it from outside. Butler's got a pair of triples in the second half for Philadelphia. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
The three, Hunter. Fades away. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
There's no question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
For the Cavaliers, Allen comes in for Mobley. And Strus is subbed in for Javonte Green. Pass to Hunter. A fader. And another miss by Cleveland.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
The Cavaliers trailing. Now Allen, defended by Butler. Back to Allen. Hunter for three. That shot off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the point. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
Mobley against Maxey. Mobley sets the pick for Strus. Loads it up there for Mobley. Paul George with the steal. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Outside for George. Lets it go with a three. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Three-pointer by Embiid. Garland with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's Strus missing.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Garland against Maxey. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Maxey. The offensive rebound. Knocked away. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's the break. All going up court. Cleveland moving it around. from outside the arc. And it's Grimes with the rebound. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Knocks down the 3-ball. Grimes has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Philadelphia. Mitchell right side. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Mitchell's got 5 now.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Outside, George. The alley-oop. Got a piece of it. For the tie. And that's good. Max Strus for 3.
3 points.
Strus has got it all tied up now for the Cavs. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Hunter's checked in for Mobley. And it's Green in for Max Strus. Tries the spin move. And a deep 3 from George. Oubre, left side. From past the arc. It's good from long range.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Ona's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Green against George. Over Green. George, no good.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game. We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Mitchell kicks to Hunter, fires from deep, nailed from three-point land. Hunter's got 9. Spins. Here's Maxey. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 76ers on top, up. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Bona in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Offensive rebound, and it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Grimes is checked in. From the arc. They get it back. Here's Embiid. Excellent D there from Allen. Cavaliers leading. Mitchell right side. 17-foot shot on the way. Again, the Cavaliers score.
And that's tough. What else can the D do in that situation? Mitchell just locked in.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
George is checked in for Maxey. And Cleveland also making a change. Darwin is checked in for Ty Jerome. Here's Mitchell. George with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail by 3. Puts up a deep 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain it. Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender. but the touch was poor.
Embiid kicks to Oubre. A three-pointer, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hunter, a three. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. He had a nice open look right there. And the 76ers lead by 3.
The big man draws so much attention, so Embiid takes advantage of that and finds an open teammate.
They grab their own miss. Hunter, no one around him. A three-pointer is right on target. Hunter's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Embiid with a screen on Strus. The three from George. Rebounded by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Took him no time at all on that one. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead. Philadelphia shooting 28%. A rocky performance for them offensively. Here's McCain. Guarded by Garland. From deep, George. Cavaliers with the rebound. Garland the pass to Allen. Hunter with it. Feet out. Allen kicks to Garland. Mitchell passes to Hunter. It's Allen on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside, George. They set the pick. Lots of room. And it's George again missing.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
A three, Hunter. And another three for Cleveland.
And a very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Oubre for three. Count it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a three with one of their own.
Unbelievable couple of possessions here. I mean, the energy in here really starting to boil.
Here's McCain. Bullseye. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Oubre pulls it in to take the lead. Off target from downtown. Right side, Garland. It's in!
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
And a deep three from George. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. This win...
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Here's the starting group for Portland. Anthony Simons out there with Shaden Sharp. Then there's Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Now here's Sharp. Avdia outside. Lets the three fly. Hits a three-pointer.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
It's Sharp on the wing. To the left side wing. Avdia outside. No good from outside.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
George with it. Now Sharp defending. For three, Maxey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout fourth year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Maxey, and the three off target. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And he lobs it up top, and Ayton with the stuff.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
For three, Maxey. Another miss by Maxey.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Oubre, a screen on Simons. For three, Maxey sinks it from distance. Maxey's got 6 points.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
Avdia can't get it to go. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. From the arc. First shot won't go. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Sharp from deep. Sinks the tray. Sharp's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him. and both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Screen by Embiid. Maxey passes to George. Three-pointer. And Ayton pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Portland leading by 4. And here's Simons outside. Another three for Portland.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
For 3, Maxey. Can't connect. Now 2 of 6 for the game.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Pass to Ayton. Outside Sharp. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Avdia can't get it to go. 76ers trail by 7. And so it looks like the Sixers will retain possession here.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here's Maxey. He's got 6. Pass to McCain. Maxey with a screen on Sharp. Here's McCain. Avdia pulls it in.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Henderson. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
And it's Maxey missing. Trailblazers lead by 9. There's the 3. Grant right side. Launches it. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Portland with a knock. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
We've got Butler, Edwards out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Here's Yabusele. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Portland leading by 6. And here's Simons outside. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Oubre, a screen on Simons. And here's Butler outside. That one no good. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. There's Simons with a 3. They get the rebound. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Here's Simons. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Outside, Williams. Pulls up, high post. Rebound by Philadelphia.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
A chance here to catch up with Alley from the sideline.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Edwards, no good. Portland leading by 7. And Ayton gets it to go. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Butler can't get it to go. Ayton with it, and Drummond picks him up defensively. There's Simons with a 3, and it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Love seeing this from Ayton. Dependable at finding his teammates in their spots.
And Oubre gets it to go.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Kamari, no good. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They trail by 9. Offensive rebound. Drummond against Ayton. Tries again. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Butler against Simons. 1:25 left in the first half. Clock at 6. It's scooped up. The 3. Outside Thibault. Puts up a 3. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Here's McCain. And a miss there on the triple. Portland leading by 9. On the wing, Simons. From downtown, gets the 3 ball to go. Simons has got 15.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Simons against Butler. Some room here for Williams, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They're running. And here's Butler outside, and Philadelphia hits again from deep. Here's Simons. He's got 15. This one for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for the Trail. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. They've got DeAndre Ayton. Anthony Simons out there with Shaden Sharp. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Kamari in at the small forward position. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us and the U.S. men's national team.
Now here's Ayton. Shoots over Embiid, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Oh, nice job, Embiid.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
Ayton finds Avdia. Here's Simons. Maxey covering. Avdia, screen on Maxey. There's Simons with a three. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The kick out to Maxey. For the lead. The long distance three is buried. Maxey's got 9 points.
I mean, talk about spacing out a defense. Maxey can get to the cup at will and can also hit from well beyond the arc.
Here's Kamare. Still no points. There's Simons with a three. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Now here's Simons. 15 points in the game. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Portland. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Ayton. Deflects the pass. Embiid with it. Now guarded by Simons. Here's Grimes. The Sixers again can't hit. Portland trailing here. Pass to Ayton. Now Simons to end the drought. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now the Blazers on the move. Oh, he tries a three. And there's Ayton on the assist by Avdia. He's got 7. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 here in the 3rd from range. Here's Kamare. George defending. Three-pointer sharp. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 7 tonight. For 3, Maxey. Portland with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And he lobs it up to the rim. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
And a misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
And some changes here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Jeremy Grant comes in for Kamara. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. Yep, that one goes. Grant's got his first 2 points.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Henderson, the pass to Avdia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 in the 3rd quarter. They get it back. Here's Yabusele. Takes the three. That shot is off. Maxey against Henderson. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Yabusele. The Sixers trailing. Takes a 3. That one is off. And the Trailblazers shooting 35% so far in this one. Lets it fly. Back to Sharp. Pass to Avdia. Tipped away. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last.
Substitution on the court.
Henderson outside. Avdia, screen on Butler. Henderson for 3. For 3, Klingon. The rebound by Yabusele. George for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the trip. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. We've got George. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Puts up a deep 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Out left to the wing. Knocks it loose. Here's Avdia. Pass to Klingon. It's deflected. George against Sharp. Beyond the arc. Here's Bona. Shoots over Klingon. And it's Bona missing. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Klingon. Got a hand on it. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Grimes comes in for Paul George.
Substitution for your 76er.
Maxey against Henderson. Launches a 3. And that's good. Maxey for 3. Maxey's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Bona. Stolen by Sharp. Here's Klingon. Embiid covers. Henderson lays it up and banks it in.
There's so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Embiid a screen on Henderson for 3. Maxey. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Shots blocked. Embiid from outside. Philadelphia the rebound. Here's Bona. The Sixers with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Henderson for 3. That doesn't go either for Henderson. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Here's Bona. From outside, off the mark. Blazers trail by 6. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now. From the baseline. Here's Bona. Pass to McCain. Stolen by Sharp. It's 2-on-1. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Henderson. Here's Klingon. Grant with it. Maxey covering. There's the triple. And it's Grant with a 3.
High effort plays tend to pay off for Grant on offense. He knows how to work his way to a shot.
Here's Bona. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The drive by Henderson. Grant the pass to Sharp. Out to the right wing. Stolen. Releases. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Blazers trail by 3. Again, the miss by Portland.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Now here's Sharp. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. And over and back. Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. Jeremy Grant comes in for Avdia. 41 seconds left in the 4th. For 3, Maxey. Sharp grabs the miss.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Maxey surveys. From outside the arc, hits the trifecta. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Three-pointer Embiid. And Philadelphia hits again from deep. So this one belongs to the 76ers. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.